Are you dealing with plantar fasciitis pain and every morning you wake up, get out of bed, try to put some weight on that foot and it just hurts? Well, this video we're going to give you some tips to make it a little bit easier.
That's right. Actually, a while back, it's actually been more than a couple years ago, Bob and I did a video on 5 different self-treatments, simple to do while you're still in bed before you get out of bed. We're going to go back and look at those, but come back at the end of that because we also have another one, right?
Yes, we have a bonus tip. We want to add a trick we learned from our friend Rick Olderman, so stay tuned because we will come back to the present time and show you that. But I know you like to time travel in your TARDIS, so I'll just stay here, I guess.
Right. Well, I do want to mention this. We've been red flagged. OSHA, the interdimensional OSHA department came in and there's a safety problem. So I guess I'm going to be able to get through the whole situation and keep OSHA happy with my safety helmet, pair of safety glasses, and then I'm going to get in here. And again, the TARDIS is broke down. We're going to go through the beam up method. Are you ready, Danny? Beam me up. Here we go.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.
All right, the telltale signs of plantar fasciitis is pain after rest. And the reason for that is the belief is that there's tears that have occurred, yes, in the plantar fascia, and they start to heal. They begin to half heal overnight, or when you're sitting in your chair, you stand up and start to walk, and it breaks them open again.
Right.
And the process has to start all over again.
Because overnight, the fascia actually tightens up a little bit with time, and then that quick stretch when you put weight on it, it's painful.
Yeah, and that's the sign that everybody mentions when they have plantar fasciitis. So these are the 5 things you're going to want to do. 2 of them for sure. If you have a lot of time, I should say 3 of them for sure. 2 of them, if you don't have time, you can always.
You're going to have to set your alarm for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're going to set your alarm. Yeah. So the first one is, so remember the plantar fascia extends from the heel all the way up into the toes. You want to stretch this before you even get out of bed. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab all the toes, kind of with your hand like this, and pull it forward like that. So I'm bending the ankle and I'm bending the toes. And I'm stretching the fascia. You can probably see that even. Can you see that, Mike? Yeah, you can probably see that the fascia is being stretched that way. So, a good, I'm sure what I recommended on the sheet for how many seconds to do this. Why don't you look it up, Brad? And I'm go ahead and do the next one. So you're going to do it. Oh, I'm sorry. I have it, Brad. Never mind. 5 times and hold for 20 seconds.
Okay.
5 times you're going to do this. Hold for 20 seconds.
Be gentle on the first one. It might be a little painful.
Right. Now, if you're in a chair, and you've been sitting for a while, you're going to want to do the same thing. You're going to want to stretch it before you start walking.
Right.
All right. The next one, Brad, you're going to show the massage.
Yes. So if you're in bed, you're just going to.
You could do it a number of ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Typically, probably the best way is just bring your foot up like this, and as long as you can get in this position. And I'm going to show what we call the splaying, and you just thumbs together, and then you spread out like this and stretching the skin. You're really pushing in. Can you get into that, Mike, and so you can see what's going on?
If you can't do it laying down, you can do it on the edge of the bed like I was doing it.
Sure.
But, yep. And generally, the sore spot is right in here.
Yep.
So Brad's often you want to work this area first. And if you can tolerate working in this area, but you may not even be able to handle that the first couple times.
Yep. Should we go into the
more of a circular?
Yep. I like to use my knuckles just because it's easier.
You can use your thumbs or your knuckles.
Yep. It's like this, the thumb knuckle. You'll know after you work with it a bit, because if you just go like this, that works too, but your fingers will get tired because you got to push in. You got to work the tissues under the skin, get into that fascia. We want to increase circulation, stretch it out. All those things help the healing process.
Again, with time as a factor, we usually say 1 to 2 minutes.
Yep.
You can do it longer, obviously, but
typically your hands or fingers will get tired.
Right. Brad, while you're in that position, you want to go ahead and show the next one. Now, this again, I'd like you to be doing this one, but if you can't do it every time, you can't do it every time. So you can go ahead and do a calf.
Oh, sure.
a calf stretch and a hamstring stretch at the same time.
Right.
Basically, you can.
So you can use a belt. It's handy, typically in the bedroom.
Yep. Look how he's going around the forefoot there.
Yep. Oops. There we go. And I'm stretching
The
it.
calf, and he's stretching the hamstring
Yep.
here.
And if I straighten my knee, you even get a better hamstring. And depending on your nerve floss, you might get a little bit of a nerve stretch. That's a little different pain.
Yeah, so 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
And here's a towel, Brad, or a sheet
Yeah.
might work better. There you go.
There we go.
So you're gonna have these things obviously by the bed before you even start. Otherwise, you're gonna
Yep.
walk and you're gonna break it open before you even,
Right.
before the day's even started. All right, next one, Brad. This is probably a better one to do off the edge of the bed.
Yep.
Would be, basically just to do the alphabet. And this is gonna warm your foot up, warm the ankle up. So, Brad, you mentioned before you take it's like you've taped a marker to the big toe.
Yep. Imagine you taped a Sharpie or a piece of chalk to your big toe, and there's a blackboard, whiteboard, whatever, in front of your foot, and you're going to make a capital A. Like you're drawing it, cross it, then a B. And the only reason we do that is because you get a complete range of motion with your foot, and it gives you something to think about. It's just a really nice way to get range of motion on the foot, which does stretch that fascia a little more as well, preparing it for, and you're not going to do the whole alphabet.
Yeah.
You probably get up to C or D or E or F.
Warm it up a little
Yep,
bit. So,
mhm.
All right, the final thing now, the first two things we call them quick wins because we try to come up with things that give you the most benefit for the least amount of effort.
Sure.
So this number 5 is also a quick win. Basically, before you get out of bed, you're going to want to make sure you put some shoes on or some slippers on,
Mhm.
but especially slippers with some good arch support.
Right, not the flat ones.
Not the
that
flat
just have a
ones,
little
yeah.
fluff on there to keep your feet warm.
Because, and this is even, people ask in the middle of the night. Yes, in the middle of the night. Now, in the middle of the night, you're probably not going to do the stretches, but you can, stretch it and actually break it open again in the middle of the night.
Sure.
And there you go. You're behind
Right.
already.
Yeah, so it's nice to have a nice slip-on slippers that are easy to put on.
Yeah, you could even take an old pair of tennis shoes that still have pretty good arch support and
Yep.
take the laces out of it,
Mhm, sure.
and it'll be just easy to slide on, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
I just had a patient right now, Brad, that I've had to recommend this.
Sure.
And this is the same that's true. Again, if you're working in your office and or maybe even driving for 2 hours before you get out of your car, make sure you're going to have good arch support. But also, you might do the stretch
Sure.
before you even get out of the car, so
Right.
that you.
You can do it with your shoe on.
Yep,
You
you
know,
can do it with your shoe on.
hopefully you got a flexible enough sole will allow the stretch.
Oh, we're back. Yeah,
You're
this
back.
isn't.
I've been here.
This is not a bad idea, with the safety, well, not the glasses and
Modifications.
and the hard hat. But seriously, we do this kind of stuff just because we're having some fun. After you make a few thousand videos, you kind of like to break things up a little bit. So hope people take it well. Let's get on to the 6th thing that can really help, and this is something that I've done with a number of patients, and Mike has done this with himself, and it's called an ankle splint.
It's called a night splint
Night
because you
splint.
wear it at night. So this is not a normal ankle brace that you can wear around walking. You can wear it if you wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. You can walk around in it, but I would not suggest it throughout the day. So you just put it on your foot that is having some issues. So your plantar fasciitis foot, you slip it on. You put this little part through the heel, and then you Velcro it tight there, and then you have a top part which you just Velcro across to. And the adjustments is right here. Now you'll notice this isn't a super aggressive one. When I pull tight, it's still not really stretching my calf. You don't want to have a stretching feeling when you're just relaxed. The whole idea of this is it keeps your foot in a nice neutral position, because most of the time when people sleep, their foot naturally goes down and plantar flexes like this. Whether you are a backside or stomach sleeper, you're going to be like that. This is going to shorten your calf muscles, which is going to pull your Achilles tendon, which is going to shorten and tighten up your plantar fascia. So basically, you are keeping it taut all night long, and here you're getting it nice, stretched, and relaxed out. So doing this for a prolonged period of time overnight can really help your plantar fascia feel good in the morning and not be as painful. Now, most of the time when you start wearing these, you will go to bed, you'll be fine, you'll wake up maybe in the middle of the night, and your foot just kind of aches. You might want to take it off. You can do that, especially if you can't get back to sleep, but slowly try to build up your wearing tolerance over time. It will become easier. Some people actually will not wear it when they go to bed, but if they happen to wake up in the night because they know they do to use the restroom, put it on before you go back to sleep. Personally, I don't like doing that because I'm tired and kind of groggy. So if I ever wear it, I normally just do it before I go to bed. You don't have to wear this continuously for the rest of your life or anything, but if you have a flare-up of plantar fasciitis, it can really help for a while.
Right, and particularly if you're having that pain when you initially stand on it in the morning, it's tight, and after you walk around for a minute or so, it gets better. This can really alleviate that part of your problem and allow it to heal faster in the big picture. And what kind is this?
This one is just called Mars Wellness. It's just on Amazon. I think it's like $40 some. Prices maybe have fluctuated recently, but this one's a pretty good one. We don't have any affiliation with them. We'll just put the Amazon link down below if you want to check it out. There are other brands. You just want to make sure that when you tighten it up, it isn't actually stretching your calf hard, because you're going to want to take it off after about 2 minutes if that's the case. So.
Yeah, so again, you'll get used to it after a while. If you get a good one, I like to mention that, this one has a bare heel here. Some of them are hard plastic form here, and it'll fit, your foot will fit in there very nicely. But if you've got to get up and walk to the bathroom in the middle of the night and you have a formed plastic bottom of the foot, it's going to be very difficult and unsafe actually to walk in. So I like the ones that allow it open so you have safe ability to get up and move around if you need to.
Now, if you want to check out more videos on plantar fasciitis, specifically why it won't go away and it keeps reoccurring, you can click the video link on the screen. That video goes much more in depth upon circulation and blood flow to the plantar fascia itself and how to fix that and why that may be an issue, where this video is more about how to make it not so painful when you wake up in the morning.
There you go. Enjoy the day, and we hope your foot feels better.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.